Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361, Curtis & Son Funeral Home. For pre-need funerals, burials, cremations, it's Curtis & Son Funeral Home. 256-245-4361, the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg, the North Chapel in Sylacauga on the Talladega Highway. It's Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Funeral service for Barney Ray Anderson, age 78, of Sylacauga, is Saturday at noon from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Reverend Tim Wilson officiating. Mr. Anderson died January the 6th at Shelby Baptist Medical Center. Visitation Saturday from 11 until noon at Radley Smith Funeral Home. Mr. Anderson was a veteran of the U.S. Navy and served 4 years on the aircraft carrier, the USS Hornet. He was a member of the Sylacauga Church of God. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. The station Saturday 11 till noon at the funeral home, Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Jesse O'Dean Smith, age 78, of Alexander City, is Friday at 2:30 from Radley Funeral Home Chapel in Alexander City. Randy Anderson officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Friday from 1 until 2 at the funeral home. Mr. Smith died Tuesday, January 10th at East Alabama Medical Center. The family will accept flowers or contributions can be given to the Wounded Warrior Project in Topeka, Kansas, or the St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Mary Ethel Shockley, age 93, also of Alexander City, will be Saturday at 1 p.m. from Orr Street Baptist Church. The Reverend Turk Holt officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Saturday from 11:30 till 12:30 at Orr Street Baptist Church. Mrs. Shockley died Tuesday, January 10th at her daughter's residence. She was a charter member of the Orr Street Baptist Church, a choir member for some 50-plus years. The family will accept flowers or contributions may be made to the Orr Street Baptist Church in Alexander City. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Leon Wills, age 58, died January the 10th. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary. Funeral service for Mr. Darrell Dink Lamar Elston, age 53, is Saturday at 1 p.m. from St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church in Birmingham. Pastor Eugene Jacobs officiating. Mr. Elston, a native of Talladega, died January 4th. Candlelight vigil will be held Friday, January 13th at 6:30 at Union Springs Missionary Baptist Church on Eastaboga Road in Talladega. Funeral service for Mary Rogers Loris, age 93. Memorial service Friday at 3 p.m. from Ursery Funeral Home. The family receiving friends after the service. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega directing online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Funeral service for Mr. Alex Thomas Morgan Dean, age 16, of Alexander City, is today at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Tony Harris officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. Mr. Dean died Sunday, January 8th at Russell Medical Center. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for James Lee Hayes, age 49, of Alexander City, is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Brother Blake Cotter officiating. Family receiving friends tonight, 5 until 7 at the funeral home. The family will accept potted plants or donations can be made to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for William Dale Barnett, age 64, of Ashland, is today at 11 o'clock from Rock Springs Baptist Church. Pastor Scott Jordan officiating. Burial in the Rock Springs Cemetery in Clay County. Mr. Barnett died Sunday, January 8th at Clay County Hospital. He was a member of the Rock Springs Baptist Church. He served his country in the Alabama National Guard from 1971 to 1977. The family will accept flowers or memorial contribution can be made in the Hospice of Clay County in Ashland or the Rock Springs Baptist Church in Goodwater. Radley Funeral Home directing. That is a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials, cremations, pre-need. It's Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.